Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. Now today we're just going to be having this table view right here because we want to focus on a very interesting smartwatch that was just released by Huawei. This is called the Huawei Watch GT Runner. Now bear in mind that obviously since we have the runner name right here, this watch is really designed for those of you guys who focus a lot on your running. So we'll be checking out all about this watch right here. This is going to be like a quick preview kind of video. Don't think of it as a full review, but I'm going to show you 6 things that you need to know about this Huawei Watch GT Runner. Now, before we start that, let's check out what actually came in the box here because I've already been using this for a few days. I won't show you the unboxing itself, but let me show you the contents of this box. First and foremost, obviously, we do get the watch itself. This is a very, very nice looking watch. I got very interested in this watch as soon as I saw the pictures, and when it came to me in person, it looks amazing. So we're going to put that down for now and see what else came in the box. Obviously, we also do get this charger. It looks in the form of a puck right here, and it's very similar to all the other kind of Huawei GT watches. The same kind of charging here, which you just put your watch on top and it charges up fairly easily. Now, it might spin a little bit, but it actually still gets the job done there. Alright, so last but not least, we also get an additional strap in the box, and I think that is a very nice touch from Huawei. Obviously, all our wrists are in different sizes right here. Mine is a bit skinny, so I have this very shorter strap put on here, but if you have thicker wrists, you can take advantage of this longer strap right here, you know, to get the perfect fit on your wrist. So very, very nice to see an additional strap in the box here. Alright, so let's focus on this watch itself. The first thing that you need to know here is actually all about the design and build quality. So over here, you can see that this is a very sporty kind of look. We have this gray and green kind of color combination, and of course, it looks really, really good in my opinion. So the main thing, like I mentioned earlier on, is that Huawei is focusing this watch on runners, and they have actually made a very lightweight watch right here. It's only 38.5 grams, and the materials being used are actually quite durable as well. We have a polymer fiber case around here, and according to Huawei, this is actually a titanium kind of button right here. Now, the main focus right here is actually on breathability, and you notice that we have a lot of holes right here. The straps are actually very soft and very flexible, and I really like that about the comfort levels is amazing on this particular watch right here. Now, another thing that you might notice here is that we do have these tiny gaps at the back here, and this is actually also to promote airflow going through these holes here when you have it on your wrist like that. So yeah, the design wise is again very focused on those runners. Now, the second thing that you need to know here is that naturally, because this is a runner's watch, this watch has a lot of features specifically for runners, and I'm going to start off very quickly by the watch face itself. If you take a closer look at this watch face right here, you notice that you have a lot of information on this watch face here. You have the air pressure right there, you have the barometer, you have the recovery time, you also have your weather. Everything is all in one glance here on the watch face itself. Now, the best part about this watch face here is that you can actually tap on these little icons to enter into that particular app itself. So for instance, if I just hit that, I go into the air pressure. If I want to check out the altimeter, if I want to check out the altitude right here, I can also hit that button right there. So it's a very, very nice watch face here because everything is interactable and you can jump right into the info itself. Very good there from Huawei. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about here very quickly is in terms of the running. What kind of things do you have there? And actually, you can see that very quickly if you just swipe over to the left. Right here, we do have my training load. We have my recovery time, running ability index as well. So these info are all at one glance over here. Very easy to see. If I just swipe on again, I have my training plans right here. And to get your training plans synced to the watch here, all you need to do is connect the watch to the Huawei Health app. And you can put in all sorts of training plans into the watch there so you can just keep track of your runs. Now, if you just move on, we have this new running ability index. I'm not sure if it's new, but I'm definitely seeing it for the first time on this particular watch right here. Now, what this thing does here is that it gives you a score or a rate on how your ability on your runs itself. So if you do a couple of runs, the watch itself will actually do some calculations and it will come out with a score. Obviously, the higher your score, that means that you are able to run even better. So that's the running ability index right there. If you just move on, of course, we do have our heart rate right here. And last but not least, you can also see that we have the weather here. And if I just tap into that, you can actually go into the app itself to see more information right there. So those are the kind of information that you can see on the watch itself. Now, again, like I mentioned, since this is a running focused watch here, we do have this shortcut key right here. If I just press it very quickly, notice that I go into the courses and plans. This is where we have the AI running coach. And if I just go into these courses here, notice that I have a lot of courses right here. I'm just going to click this one so I can show you guys. We have preset courses, 13 preset courses right here, each ranging from a different level of difficulties right here. You have basic runs, fat burning runs, HIIT, a lot of stuff right inside here, and whenever you just go into either one of these, the watch will actually speak to you because we have these speakers on board. it will actually encourage you to run better and all that. So it will give you all your information you need directly from the speaker of the watch, which is seated right there. So very, very cool stuff there. Again, like I said, this watch is made for runners. If you are a runner, you will benefit from all these kind of things right here, all the courses and plans to actually improve your kind of runs. Now, the next thing I want to talk about here is actually the third thing that you need to know here is that's about the GPS itself. Now, Huawei is saying that this device here comes with a dual band GPS, and it supports 5 different satellites for better tracking. So with support for 5 different satellites, obviously you're going to get even faster or more accurate kind of GPS tracking, better location data, and of course it's going to lock onto GPS a little bit faster. Now, another thing that Huawei is saying is new here, and that's the fourth thing that I think you should know, is more about the heart rate tracking at the back here. So more often than not, a lot of smartwatches, they don't really focus on getting more precise heart rate tracking, but for the Watch GT Runner right here, Huawei is saying that they have upgraded the heart rate tracker at the back here. So apparently there is 8 photodiodes in a circular layout that you can see right here. So this is actually more accurate according to Huawei. They claim that this is actually better, and it's very similar to a chest strap. So if you guys are used to using a chest strap to get those very accurate kind of heart rates, Huawei is saying that this guy right here is almost equivalent to that of a chest strap. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about the 5th point that I think you should know here, and that is all about the battery life, because when you have a watch like this, naturally battery life is also very important. And for the GT Runner right here, we actually have up to 2 weeks of battery life. Again, this is depending on how often you use your watch itself, how many notifications you have and all that. So 2 weeks is actually a pretty safe number right here. So far, I've been getting close to 8 or 9 days now on a single charge, and I didn't have any problems with that. So I think the safe number will be close to 2 weeks, but definitely still dependent on how you use your smartwatch. Alright, last but not least, the 6th thing that you should know, and this is all the other information that I think you should also know. First up, this watch, although it is meant for runners and all that, but it still functions very similar to a typical smartwatch. For instance, if you drag down from the top here, you do get a couple of quick shortcuts, very, very useful. If you drag up from the bottom right here, this is where you get your notifications. Again, very, very clear stuff right here from the watch itself. I love the fact that these fonts are very visible, not too small. And of course, if you just swipe over here, you do have your weather, and you have your music control right here. So bear in mind that this watch here, obviously it has a couple of internal memory as well. So you can store music onto the watch itself, and it has a speaker, or you can connect your own Bluetooth earbuds to the watch itself. So you don't have to carry your phone when you run, and you can still enjoy music playback from the watch. Alright guys, apart from that, one thing that's very important here is also the fact that it comes with all the standard kind of health features in the watch itself. For instance, you can actually track your all-day SpO2, you also have your all-day heart rate. Apart from that, it also tracks your sleeps, it tracks your naps, and it also tracks your stress level. So you can have all these standard stuff here on the watch itself. It's not just for runners, but if you just use your watch on the daily, like a basic person, you can actually track all those activities as well on the Huawei Watch GT Runner right here. Alright guys, that's pretty much what I want to cover in today's quick preview. I hope you have definitely learned something about the Huawei Watch GT Runner right here. Whether or not this is your choice, let me know down in the comment section below. Of course, if you did like this video, don't forget to drop a like, sub to the channel, and I hope to see all of you guys in the next one. Stay safe everybody. Bye!